Moving to the question 11, it is to find derivatives of trigonometric functions. Here we have to know few rules of trig functions. And they have just asked derivative, it's single derivative basically. So we can check answers using calculators as well. But it's very important to know the difference of what's happening here. Because if you don't understand this difference, there's no way you can use a calculator to solve this as well. Let's look. Sine x squared. This means it's basically sine x squared. Okay, sine is outside, the square is only for x. The sine square x means sine x, the whole thing is squared, because when sine function is squared, the entire sine x becomes power 2. Whereas if it's only squared to the x, it's only to the x. So here, when you see the outer function, because chain rule over here we are used, right? What happens? This one, it's like the outer function will be sine. Here the outer function is 2. If you look from outside, which is the outer function? Brackets is inside. This is inner, this is outer. Whereas over here, if you're peeling it up, which will be the first thing to go? This 2, whereas over here will be the sine. And what about this one? This is just sine 2x altogether. So outer function is sine itself. Now then, if you derive it, derivation would be f prime of x. Derive sine, it'll be cosine x squared. And then what is the derivation of inside term? X squared derivation is 2x. This is it, this is the answer. Now over here it'll be 2 times sine x, because we have to derive the power first. 2 comes down. And then what happens to the derivative of sine x? It'll be cosine x. That's it. So derivative of this 2 comes down, sine x, derivative of sine x is cosine x. It's positive. And then over here as well, we first derive the outer function cosine. It's not x now, it's 2x here. It's 2x, and then derive it as 2x derivative is just 2. That's the answer. Now over here, what happens? Same thing. This one is just like this. Derivation of cosine is minus sine, but we have square root x. Then we need to derive square root x. I'm going to use the rule directly 1 by 2 root x. That's the answer. Now here the square root is for the entire function, so we need to write 1 by 2 square root cosine x multiplied by derivative of cosine is minus sine x. And lastly here we have derivative of cosine is minus sine half of x, then multiply by half, because derivation of half x is only half, whatever the number that's remaining. So this is how we would solve these problems. You can see here, that's the answers. Now here they have not rearranged and written, I believe. Let me just see here. This one here, okay, they have just brought it up. Absolutely fine. They have written it as it is, but generally when we use the rule, it's going to be, sorry, let me show you. It's going to be written as 1 by 2 root x. Now what is square root x formula? It is 1 by 2x to the power positive half this is. And when you take it up, it becomes 1 by 2x power negative half. That's it. That's what's written in the solutions. But you can follow this as well. Generally in the options, this form will be written. Now I'll show you how you can check in your calculators as well. But you need to have your options. Since it's question number 11 in part 1, you have the 4 options and we need a calculator for this. So what you do is use shift and dy by dx. Put in the question. Let me choose the first problem. Sine. Now you need to know it's x and square the x and then close the bracket. Because this is sine x squared, not the entire thing. And what is the x value? Just choose something more than 1. I just choose 1.5, because if it's 1.5, whatever the answer you get will be unique. It can't be from any other solution. So over here. But there is one very important thing before you press equal to. Now this is wrong. Why? Because it's a trigonometric function and we have in degrees. So press shift, mode and 4. Now it's in radian mode. Now whatever the answer you get, write it down. So here at x is 1.5, I'm going to get minus 1.8845, right to the nearest 10,000, like 4 decimals after 4 digits after the decimal point. And now what do you do is look into the 4 options. So this is your option, right? You might have different options as well. Now what you need to do is type this. Don't press shift and divide. Done. Only the given question you're deriving, not the answers. The answers are already derived. So you type them as it is. 2x cosine x squared, close the bracket. And calculate this at 1.5, whatever you consider the same value you must use. And look at this, it matches. Now let me change a single value here and calculate it at 1.5. It's not going to be the same. No other answer will match. Only one correct unique solution will be there. So now if I just put this over here, 2 over here, cosine x and multiplied it with cosine x. You might be thinking, why I've not multiplied here? It's fine. They will consider that as multiplication itself. 2 times, it'll automatically be taken. Even if I put a multiplication sign, it's no problem. At 1.5, the answer is 0.1411. Now then, if I derive the given function, that is shift dy by dx, sine square x, so I need to put sine x, close the bracket and square it up. But here, another thing, please try to put another bracket here properly, because now this clearly means that you're squaring sine, not only the x. And then x value was 1.5. And can you see it matches? Only one correct answer will match. This is how we can check any question over here. Let me go to the next page and try some. Over here it's tan functions. Now let me do the last one over here, which is a bit lengthy, but it'll just take time. All you need to do is shift dy by dx, sine, open the bracket. Oh, it's already, whenever you press sine and cosine, it already opens the bracket. That's fine. Now, where is tan? It's tan over here. And since it's tan squared, that means right x, close the bracket. And here, after closing this x bracket, I need to square it up. Is that okay? Or you can put one more bracket just to be, not to get confused. This over here, squared. See what's happening here? Let me just show you. One of this bracket, the first bracket is for dy by dx. It automatically comes up. See, I'll show you over here. Shift dy by dx. It automatically comes up. It opens and closes by itself. Now what you have is sine. When you press sine, there's another bracket coming up. That is for the sine function. Here. And then we have tan. So, but I need to square the tan. So I'll open one more bracket, put tan over here, x, close the bracket for x. I'll close one more tan bracket and then I'm going to square it up. And then here it's not done because there's sine one more bracket. So now it's all the brackets closed and 1.5. Now I'll show you, if at all you have not closed a single bracket. Imagine this one bracket is not closed. You will get a syntax error. So that means somewhere a bracket is missing. Okay. So I know I've opened so many and I've not closed them all. So I'll just close it. And here we go. It's negative 3,370. We can remember that. Now here then, let us put the answer. 2 multiplied with tan x, close the bracket, multiplied. What is secant exactly? Secant x is equal to 1 by cos x. Whereas cosecant, CSC x would be equal to 1 by sine x. And lastly, cotangent x would be equal to 1 by tan x. These are few things. Because in your calculators, you do not have secant, cosecant, and cotangent. You use these reciprocal identities. So instead of secant, I'm going to put 1 by cosine. And since it's squared, secant is squared, I'm going to put 1 by cosine x. I'll close the bracket again and square it up. This is done, second term. And then what do you have? Multiply everything with, open the bracket because the brackets are there. Just all the 4 options, you need to just input it. Cosine, bracket is already open, but I need to square tan, so I'll open another bracket. Tan x, close the bracket, another bracket for the tan, square it up, and now close the cosine bracket. Now it's not yet over. I've done cosine bracket close, but there's one more bracket which I'd open. So that's the thing. Anyways, if you get a syntax error, just understand the brackets are not closed. So calculate this at 1.5. What's the answer? It's absolutely the same answer, right? Minus 3370.91. If you're still not sure, just go back in the video for few seconds, maybe a minute. You can see this was the answer we got when we derived this. So this is how we can do it. But if you're getting too much confused over here, absolutely you can use the identities and solve it up. Over here, it's just that you have to use secant identity and then tan identity. And here, product rule is used. Product or quotient rules. Over here, just product rule is used and chain rule. So remember and solve it up carefully. So this is also all the same thing. Secant is 1 by cosine. Tan is as it is. So try them all by yourselves. That's the end of question 11, which is very simple, as you can solve all the problems of derivatives using calculator. It definitely saves time, because in the long run, when you're practiced using it, it will be quick. So every problem can be double checked using calculator, or you can directly use calculator as well when the options are given to you.